may as well get on to something else. So I'm thinking tonight I'll get into doing the roof. So what I want to do is put the second stage of car builders on, so the insulator they call it, put that on, and then put the headliner on, or in, and then I should be able to put the visors on as well. I don't think they're going to be too much of an issue getting the windscreen in later on. So that's the insulator in, all stuck up there. Doesn't look too bad. Could have been a little bit better. Main issue was this guy here. Tore the backing paper wrong, and basically if you get it wrong the first go, it pretty much is like tearing off loose skin. It's fucking annoying. I thought I'd give it a go, see if I could do it all in one lot, and it's up there. So yeah, main thing is it's going to insulate from the heat and everything, so the sun coming down from the roof, all that sort of stuff. Hopefully try and keep this thing a bit cooler because it does not have aircon. Not sure if I'll set something up, but for now, just try and make the truck a little bit sort of more comfortable. And also, yeah, there used to be a big foam pad in there on the original trucks, so this is kind of replicating that. But yeah, for the most part, it's not too bad. The adhesive could be a little bit better. It's just a little bit weak in my opinion. I did wipe it down with wax and grease remover because someone did spray cavity wax in not long ago, so definitely something to remember when you do that. But yeah, once I did that, it stuck a little bit better, but it's still not 100% as good as I was hoping. Maybe it's just the way I'm doing it too. So don't hold it to the product. Probably hold it to this bloke here. But anyway, most of it's stuck up there, and once the headliner goes in, that should hold it in place and do the tricks. Speaking of headliners, I suppose I better give that a go and hopefully yeah, stick the thing up there and see how it goes.
Let's take the chosen few. We'll have a real good view. 1,000,000 miles up, and we can also hold it there. Escape from Earth. Escape from Earth. Escape from Earth.
So that's roof lining in, done, completed. Also got the visors in. So yeah, it was a little bit of a mission. I didn't film any of it for the fact of, yeah, everything ran out of battery and it was just a bit of a nightmare. We did get it. It's not perfect. There is a couple of issues, but fuck, it's a headliner and a tow truck and I'm not that picky about it. So yeah, for the most part, it's definitely tied it up. Looks fairly nice and uniform, clean, and yeah, should tie this thing in nicely. So not over the top. And yeah, for pretty much this, the door trims, the visors, for about $100. Yeah, I'm definitely not complaining. So interior light, I've got to get the right globe for it. It's on the way. Works out as 2 different lengths, and I thought I had the right one, and I didn't. So Will from Howe Automotive in Dalesford, he hooked me up with this car builder stuff, and at a great price, and looked after me. Great service, the whole lot, so appreciate that, mate. And this should get the interior done. So what we're starting with is the mass noise liner for the rear wall. I wanted more of that to put along the rear wall, just because that's where your exhaust is and everything. It being under a tray, tubs are worse. The drone can come back through the cab, so I want the big thick mass noise liner on the rear wall, just to see if we can block out some of that, because there's nothing worse than drone coming back through the cab Datsun's terrible for it, but it's a bit different situation. But I'm trying to avoid it with this thing, because if I do end up doing some Ks in this thing, I don't want to have a headache by the time we get halfway through. So also, we got the waterproof underlay. So this is like a stage 2. I used a different type in the Datsun. It kind of did get a little bit waterlogged because there was a leak in the cab. I've since fixed that. But yeah, this is waterproof and more for your 4-wheel drives and sort of work trucks and stuff. So this will be perfect for this. Say if we're loading a car up, it's pissing rain, and then you get back in, your boots are all wet and shit. Doesn't soak through the carpet and then through to your floor. Should be pretty good, seeing that we've sealed the floor up mostly with the stage 1, the way I've done it. But it does help to have a second layer. Don't let it get that far. So this should do the trick. It's also another form of noise sound deadening, and also works as an underlay, so it's soft under your carpet. And then yeah, finally we got the door restore kit. So it's just a plastic piece that you put on your insides of your door, seals off the inside of the door from the outside. And yeah, I've got this on the Datsun. It's pretty good stuff, lasts, it doesn't go brittle and tear apart and whatnot. So yeah, so we're doing that again. Pretty happy with that. So this should have the inside of the truck right, and then I can put the carpet in, and then once we get all the doors put back together, I'll put the door restore kit on. Interior panels, or sorry, the door trims will go on, and that should have the doors done. And then yeah, rear wall, probably not going to do much with that. I reckon I'm just going to leave it as the mass noise liner as it is. Should look pretty neat once I cut it out and do everything I want to. So and then yeah, it's just a matter of sort the seat out and that sort of thing, find some dash fascias eventually, and yeah, we should be in business. Thanks again, Howe Automotive, so Will, for organising that stuff. So yeah, what I'll do now is I'll get into it and see how far we get before I've got to piss off and get some sleep. I can't remember where my wallet is at. Roll the dice, take a ride. This time I know this plan is already died. I think I've had my fill, swimming through the swill. I think I'll hit stars before I finally meet hell. Let's take the chosen view, we'll have a real good view. 1,000,000 miles up and we get out some rolling hell. Wall come up not too bad. So yeah, all I did was just use a bit of adhesive spray, and yeah, just went around the perimeter of it, and then also went up the 5 steps, whatever you want to call them, lines in the actual rear panel, just because they're raised. It'll help the mass noise liner actually stick. So if I'm trying doing the troughs, it'll probably find it a bit harder. So go on the highs, not on the lows. But yeah, I sort of tried to spray a fair bit. At the same time, that stuff dries pretty quickly, so how good it is, I don't know. As long as the top and the sides and all that sort of stuff is stuck pretty well, it should last. And also, with this stuff not being adhesive backed, makes it a little bit more difficult, but it is pretty much sort of doing what the firewall is. So yeah, it's not meant to be sort of stuck, it's just meant to hang there and stop the noise, which hopefully it'll do. Also, if we need to carry any spares, just random stuff for the truck itself, I used to stash it all behind the seat of my F-truck. The only thing was, shit would rattle if it fell down in the wrong spot. So yeah, this should eliminate that, make things a bit more quiet. So. Waterproof underlay, it's come up pretty good. I actually don't mind this stuff. It stretches and pulls and sticks down a lot better than the stage ones. So yeah, definitely not a bad sort of product. And yeah, I ended up sort of just trying to do it all in one sheet and sort of pulling the backing off pretty much all in one piece as much as I could, because we learnt from the roof not to accidentally tear it, because then life turns to shit. So anyway, yeah, it's a little bit agricultural around the trans tunnel, but there's going to be another piece going over that, and fucking carpet's going to cover it anyway. So yeah, so that's pretty much that. And yeah, it sticks in there pretty nicely. I did have to sort of stretch a few spots, especially trying to sort of tuck it in underneath the firewall stuff, the mass noise liner there, just to try and sort of not have a gap or anything. And yeah, for the most part, it looks pretty good, and it's fairly soft, so hopefully it'll be yeah, a good underlay, and hopefully feel pretty good underfoot with the carpet on there. So just got to get some more, finish the back half off, and then we should be pretty much right to try and hopefully revive the carpet out of my truck. That's what I'm hoping to do. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm just going to try and clean it up, soften it up as best I can. I can't remember how good it was in the end. It was in there for a fair while, so it's probably copped a fair bit of shit. But if I can get away with not having to buy another carpet, that's a win.